Hey Moo Crew, this week we've got a highly requested throwback to my OG videos counting calories for what I eat in a day as a fat person. Just to be very clear, these are people who market themselves as fat content creators who eat what they want when they want, specifically because they say they're fat. These are the videos that we get the biggest variety of calories, so let's see what we've got today.
This is what a fat girl eats in a day, and as always, if you get offended by a fat person eating, scroll away now. Like most days, I made myself one of these iced latte sachet drinks. On one of my last videos, people were commenting saying that these sachets aren't actual real coffee. Listen, I don't care what they are, they taste nice, so I drink them, okay? Anyways, it only says to use water for these, but I personally like to fill it up halfway with water and then the rest with milk because it just tastes so much better. So I made that, gave it a quick mix, and that was done, and then I decided to make my breakfast. I actually picked up some of these sausage rolls from Iceland the other day, so I decided to make some of these. I went back and forth for like 10 minutes deciding whether or not I should have one or two of these. But of course I'm fat, so I decided to have two.
I definitely agree that most drinks that say just add water are better with at least a splash of milk. And as someone who would rather get a Costa than frantically try and understand a coffee bean menu in a cafe, I completely understand being the victim of the coffee snob. For 123 calories, if she likes it, it sounds like a great coffee to me. These Greggs bake-at-home sausage rolls are exactly the same as the in-store ones at 330 calories each.
It was actually my little sister's birthday, so I spent most of the day with her and my family. So we had some little snacky bits out, like crisps and cakes. I decided to have one of these angel cakes. I love angel cakes so much, they're so yummy. And then later on, my sister decided that she wanted to have pizza for her birthday dinner. So we ordered Domino's. I had half a pizza with pepperoni, olive, jalapenos and mushrooms. But I think I only managed to eat like 2 or 3 slices.
I'm the kind of person that once I start something, I just want to finish the whole thing. But here she clearly wanted to try all of the side dishes and has a tiny portion of each, which I think is very impressive self-control and a great way to make sure you're not missing out without overloading on calories. The mini sides come to 222 calories, then 3 slices of a medium pepperoni pizza with some added veg are 747.
I can't actually remember. And then of course we sung happy birthday and I had some birthday cake. Anyways, that's it. Come back for tomorrow. Love ya!
This rainbow cake technically serves 16 people, but who cuts a cake into that many slices? They've eaten half between 4 of them, so that would be 2 servings each for 622 calories, which ends the day at a total of 2,486 calories. Know what I'm gonna say. Unless she has literally just washed her hands to film a video clip, why in the bacteria-loving heck is she putting her hands all over her cereal? This bowl is literally heaped up taller than itself, so I'm gonna go for 2 servings of cocoa roux for 340 calories, plus 115 assuming that she used semi-skimmed milk. Cutie is the pet name that makes me cringe harder than anything, so I used to really get the ick thinking that Americans called Satsumas this because they were just small and cute, but now that I know it's the brand, I take back my judgment and I'm sorry. For 2 of them, it's 70 calories, then she has 3 Nutter Butters, which are chocolate-covered cookies, I think, and the fudge variety are 90 calories each. This is a California sushi roll since it has avocado and crab meat in, although there's actually no crab whatsoever in crab sticks. And the same one from Yo Sushi would be 333 calories. Sprouts calls itself a farmer's market, but looking online it just looks like a healthier grocery store. This butter chicken ready meal is 480 calories and she has half of that, plus 2 small plain naans for 175 calories each. I am so jealous of anyone that can nap and not feel like they're waking up in another dimension. I am the kind of person that if I sleep for anything less than 2 hours, I wake up feeling more tired and more grumpy. But my wife is the exact opposite. She can literally power nap anytime, anywhere for 30 minutes and be as refreshed and ready to climb a damn mountain. With an extra bowl of cocoa roux with milk, the day ends at 2,173 calories.
What I eat in a day is somebody who weighs about the same as a three-seater sofa, who's just trying to live the best life. So for breakfast, I just had toast, and then...
I know that everyone experiences the buttered toast phase, where it's suddenly the best thing you've ever tasted and you could literally eat a whole loaf of bread, but you have got to at least start with 2 and go back for more. For this 3-slice stack, the bread comes to 285 calories and the butter is 150.
I was like super crazy busy, so I just inhaled a pot noodle as one does.
I definitely feel the pain of having a workday so busy you can barely leave your desk, but I also think there are so many options of convenience foods now that it allows you to make healthier choices, and a pot noodle being your default lunch probably isn't one of them. The beef and tomato standard pot is 436 calories.
And once I finished work, we decided to have Domino's because it's Domino's, like, why wouldn't you want it? So I had some wedges with barbecue sauce, and then I had the vegan chicken pizza, which I've said it once, I'll say it again, best pizza ever. I'm just putting it out there, all right? I'm just saying. Okay, love you, bye.
This creator loves the Domino's, and I can see why, because I do think they have the most variety of plant-based pizzas of the delivery chains, and their meat alternatives are actually pretty good. The potato wedges are lower calorie than I expected at 237, and for the medium pizza it's 1,773, which ends the day at 2,481 calories.
Here is what I eat in a day as a fat person who only eats fast food. I'm kidding, that's what everyone assumes. But this day we were traveling and we did eat a lot of fast food. We were packing all morning and we didn't have a chance to eat breakfast, so when we got on the road, we decided to stop at Whataburger because I had a coupon for a free Whataburger with a purchase of a Whataburger. And are we weird for dipping our fries in the ketchup and the mayo? Don't knock it till you try it because it's actually good. Kevin got the Dr. Pepper shake. I didn't know how to feel about it, but it actually tasted really good.
So before she left, she had a chocolate-covered cat biscuit. Greg's does the same thing but as a star shape, and that's 194 calories. Also, is this how all Americans pronounce coupon? It's like she added in a Y to make it coupon, but my mouth doesn't even want to put those syllables together. It feels really unnatural. I'm guessing this is the standard Whataburger because I can't see anything extra on it, so that's 590 calories, and that's paired with fries for 530. I don't think it's weird to dip in mayo and ketchup, but did you guys know that that makes seafood sauce? Like if you have a prawn cocktail, it's 4 parts mayo to 1 part ketchup or something like that. And it's the same for most of the flavored crisps.
By the time we got to our Airbnb, it was pretty late, and then we still had to wait a few hours until our Walmart grocery order got to us. So we just decided to order from this local Latin restaurant on DoorDash. First, we both got an elote and a birria taco, however you say it. Taco didn't have cheese, so it was pretty mediocre. For my meal, I ordered the combination of the ground beef, the chorizo, and the pork belly on top of rice, and I literally gave Kevin the pork belly and the chorizo because the chorizo was so nasty.
An elote is an ear of corn absolutely smothered in mayonnaise, butter, and cotija cheese, making it 405 calories. Without the cheese, a birria taco is 250 calories, and she has 2 of those. It's dipped into a brown watery sauce, but I honestly have no idea what it is, so if you do know, please tell me in the comments. Then finally, she only eats the ground beef, so I've counted this as a burrito bowl with added avocado and lettuce, which comes out to 510 calories.
Why is it whole sausages? I thought it was gonna be ground up like normal chorizo. So yeah, the dinner was a flop, barely ate it, but I did finish off the day with some pineapple. It was really yummy.
She does know that chorizo is a sausage, right? And freshly sliced from the sausage is the best way to eat it, might I add? These store-bought pineapple chunks usually come in 300-gram packages, which would be 150 calories, and brings the day to a close on 3,016 calories. She said this is Eggs Benedict, but that's a very distinct dish that usually has 2 poached eggs and ham on an English muffin, and then most importantly, the whole thing is smothered in hollandaise sauce. So maybe this is scrambled egg with hollandaise mixed in? We're gonna go with that. So we've got 2 eggs for 140 calories, then we'll say 4 tablespoons of hollandaise sauce for 330. There's some sauteed potatoes, and a breakfast portion of those is usually about 180 calories. I've just noticed that there is also 2 mini pancakes under the eggs, so that adds on 148. One serving of rice noodles is 187 calories. Portion-wise, this looks to be about half a block of tofu, and she's marinated it, presumably in a sauce that contains oil, which does bump up the calories a little bit. If we assume this is about 160 grams, it would be 372 calories, plus 40 for a half head of broccoli. The Blue Diamond almonds are lightly salted, so are supposed to be lower sodium than standard nuts, and this single serve portion is 170 calories. I am not kidding when I say that nothing has ever surprised me more than the calories in cauliflower when it's a replacement for chicken. When I first saw it in a restaurant, it was more than double the calories for actual chicken wings, and I was so confused I asked the staff and they said that cauliflower absorbs the oil it's cooked in. So looking at Buffalo Wild Wings, a starter portion of these cauliflowers are 520 calories and the ranch dressing is an extra 120. A banh mi sandwich is a Vietnamese baguette packed with marinated tofu, veggies, coriander and spicy mayo, and this is 593 calories. Finally, she's got a side serving of rice for 205 and black beans for 170. The total intake for the day is 3,175 calories.
Let's be honest, the only reason people like what I eat in a day is so that they can slate the person eating. Hi, my name is Gab and I don't want to be fat anymore. So I'm sharing what I eat in a day every single day until I hit some goals. I'm currently 17 stone and I really want to be around 10 stone in the future. I know these things take time. And yesterday I actually forgot to film my brekkie. I had a bowl power shake.
Okay, so obviously we need to address this. Firstly, yes, there are absolutely people who watch what I eat in a day videos to judge the person, but it is very far from all people. I personally watch them mostly to get recipe ideas from people that live lives that are actually relatable to me, rather than from a millionaire chef or someone that has a spare 7 hours just to make breakfast. Secondly, if you did believe that people only watch them to hate you, why would you want to make one? I don't know, I think she was probably trying to say something controversial to get traction on her content, which is fair enough, but I think she's excluding a much bigger portion of genuine viewers than she thinks. The audio doesn't quite line up to the video here, so I'm going to add in breakfast and lunch, then let it play through to dinner. A salted caramel bowl power shake is 266 calories. The chicken and rice bowl is part of Waitrose's Japanese offering. It did have edamame beans and some pickled veggies in before what you can see here, and the whole thing is 470 calories.
It was a salted caramel one and it really tasted like pecans. It was really nice actually. For lunch I went to Waitrose and I was going to get sushi, but then I saw this chicken and rice bowl that actually had quite a lot of calories in. Like I definitely went over yesterday because we went to Toby Carvery for tea, which obviously isn't the healthiest. Although I did ram my plate with loads of veggies, so I tried really hard to be kind of conscious of what I was putting on my plate. And I know that I did not overdo it because I actually managed to finish everything that was on my plate, which is completely rare. This carvery was absolutely delicious. I mean, the vibes in the interior in this place is proper grotty, but the food was banging. £10 each, you can't really go wrong, can you? 20% off as well. When we got home, we were full to the brim. Now, we have a cat called Arlo and he's turning 2 tomorrow. When I got home, I had to give him his flea treatment and I just find it really funny because he takes it so easily. He basically thinks it's a treat, and I know other cat owners are going to be so jealous of this. So what I do is I let him give it a lick, then I give him a treat, and then I give him his flea tablet and he just eats it like it's a dreamy. Bye!
Roast dinners are a really common meal that people convince themselves are low calorie because in theory, vegetables, meat and potatoes are unprocessed, nutritious and relatively healthy. But in reality, especially in these big buffet carvery restaurants, everything is oversized and full of butter. Let's break down what's on her Toby Carvery plate. So we've got one of their giant Yorkshire puddings for 214 calories, a serving of gammon for 377, and a serving of pork for 519. Even this just shows me how much my perception of what is good for me skews my calorie predictions, because to me, gammon is smoky and salty, which is bad, so high in calorie, and pork is white meat like chicken, so should be lower in calories. But in actuality, it is a much fattier cut of meat. She's got 4 roast potatoes, they're cooked in beef dripping and 86 calories each. A serving of stuffing is 74, the carrots are 30, and the peas are 29. Then she does 2 ladles of macaroni cheese, so we'll say that's 1 cup for 482 calories. Then 1 ladle of each of mashed and cauliflower cheese, so we'll say that's half a cup for 119 and 184. Finally, it's covered in Toby Classic gravy, which is made with beef dripping, and 1 ladle is 27 calories. So whilst this may have felt like a reasonable plate, this roast dinner is 2,339 calories. Am I wrong, or is this the highest calorie single meal we've ever had?
I don't ever drink hot drinks. This morning was just a tea and toast kind of morning. Rate my toast out of 10. I'm giving it an 8.5.
I would back an 8.5, to be fair. It does look like good toast. For the 2 buttered slices, it's 290 calories, and for a cup of tea with a splash of semi-skimmed milk and 1 sugar, it's 26.
That's 1.5. That's 11 out of 10 off the Richter scale. We've all probably heard by now, but I did eat a £100,000 crisp.
Sad times.
They've even put it on the BBC and ITV News tonight.
Of all the annoying influencer quirks, I truly cannot stand the bulging eye head knob when they take a bite of food. It is so bizarre. Imagine going to a restaurant with a friend and that's what they do every time they take a mouthful. You would never, because it is not a normal reaction. I have no idea why they think people want to watch it. Apparently the £100,000 crisp was just a heart-shaped crisp, and I feel like that would be really easy to cut out. You know how like they do with the honeycomb in Squid Games? But maybe not. The crisps are 230 calories and the chicken Caesar wrap is 495.
How random.
It is what it is. I am obsessed with these Cathedral City bites. They're so mature.
Not like you then.
Hey, you be good. These cheese bites are almost as good as a Baby Bell. Talking of Baby Bell, I know you've all been asking for an update on her toilet situation. I sat her down and had a good talk with her. I explained I'm happy for her to live in the house rent-free.
I don't know if this is before his wife made her own account, but if it is, I am so glad she did, because I really cannot cope with these scripted add-ins. The cheese bites are 83 calories each, and he's got about a tablespoon of mayo on the side for 94.
Have to do the dishes, don't have to do the housework, she don't have to pay towards the mortgage, but she does have to wee and poo outside. She's taking it on board, and she's finally going to toilet out the back.
Good girl, Baby Bell.
We had the German doner kebab for tea, and they do the best kebabs known to mankind. The pink kebab's my favourite, but this wrap.
I'm not sure exactly what makes a German doner kebab different. I'm guessing it's the waffle texture pitta. Corey has the OG doner with sauce but without salad for 1,049 calories, a medium chips for 296, and a garlic dip for 147. I'm assuming the wrap at the end was just 1 bite of his girlfriend, so I haven't included that in, but bear in mind there is a chance he ate that too.
Max too. I fancied a Fanta Frozen. They don't hit the same as they used to, and they didn't hit the spot. So I went to Starbucks to get a Milky. This is my new go-to order. White chocolate frap with 3 pumps of hazelnut syrup. It tastes like a Kinder Bueno, and you can't have a Starbucks with a paper straw. It's against the rules. Me and Leah's going to start Happy Valley. I know it's the rage at the minute, but we haven't had time. Have you watched it yet? If you have, don't spoil it. I'll see you tomorrow.
Love you all.
These Fanta slushies are not sugar-free like the Tango Ice Blasts, so the large strawberry one here is 110 calories. Then finally we've got a white chocolate frappuccino, which is 380 calories for a large, with an extra 3 shots of hazelnut syrup for 20 calories each. This day ends at 3,565 calories. We've seen this creator before. She's got pink hair now and yellow glasses, I think. But how much does this auburn hair and glasses combo suit her? If I were her, I would definitely be doing bright for the summer and going back down to this vibe for autumn. For breakfast, she has a sweet potato for 103 calories. It's hard to see the toppings, but we'll guess 1 tablespoon of butter for 102 calories, as that's pretty normal. And it looks to me like there's a lot of brown sugar, so we'll go for 2 tablespoons there for 45 each. I've never ever considered a sweet potato as a breakfast food item, but I feel like this makes a lot of sense for my sweet tooth and I kind of want to try it. lunchtime sandwich, we've got 2 slices of buttered bread for 290 calories with 3 slices of pastrami, which is one of the lesser common cured meats in the UK, for 39. Then as extras, she has a bag of chicken crisps for 226 calories and a Krispy Kreme donut for 195, which is less than I expected it to be. In the afternoon, she has an apple for 95 calories. Then as her main meal, it's very similar to what we saw the vegan person eat earlier, but about half the portion size and with peanut noodles for 246 calories instead of the rice ones. She said these were pickles, but I swear this is pickled yellow pepper, which is 18 calories. If it were just pickles, it would be about 12 calories, so a very minor difference, but I've never heard of yellow pickles. Her total intake for the day is 1,610 calories. And there we have it. I think it's great when normal people film themselves eating a regular day of food for them, but I do think there's something problematic about people who document themselves gaining or maintaining a heavy weight, but only ever show full days of food that are under 2,000 calories. Equally, underweight people that film themselves eating insane volumes of food and try to say they just don't gain weight can be really harmful. We need accurate representations of the impact that calorie consumption has on your body and your health, and we need a representative variety, which is why as long as content creators are making their videos, I'll be making mine. I'll see you on Saturday for our weekly roundup.